Welcome to the Creative Block Podcast. I'm Vince Gonzalez. This year, Outer Edge LA, formerly NFTLA, held their annual event at the LA Convention Center. Press pass in hand, I went to an opening party, attended some amazing panels over 2 days, and met some smart and creative people. Here's a few of those conversations. I got a chance to chat with Rob Price and Kate Lynch at the Future Factory event space, which hosted the official opening party in downtown Los Angeles. Both are co-organizers of the Crypto Mondays LA branch and share their hopes and visions of a decentralized world. Kate was a little camera shy, but let me record an audio bite. I cut in our selfie in lieu of a video clip.
Yeah, so my name is Rob Price. I'm from South Africa. I used to work in traditional finance, and I figured out, central banks are such an important component of financial markets. And then figured out that they have such a big impact on the world around us, the economy, culture, so many impacts of society. And that's why I'm so passionate about Bitcoin, decentralized finance, because I see these as not just an opportunity, but like a necessity. The world needs these technologies to kind of forge a better future. So I organize Crypto Mondays along with Kate and Ben, my co-organizers, because we're not only passionate about the technology and the concepts, but it has to be community driven, right? You got to educate people. You need to get together week to week, and not just be shouting at each other on social media. When you get together, what you figure out is that people in crypto have a lot more in common with each other than they have differences. And it's really beautiful, actually, I find. When you come and meet the people on the ground, you figure out that there's all these differences, which is great. People teach you about these things that you don't know much about. They're specialists in other areas, but you have the common ground. Some goal of freedom, of liberty. And so it's a great culture, I think, we have at Crypto Mondays, and I think also in the crypto community generally. While we have these differences, often people do have a commonality of trying to forge some sort of better future, understanding that there's something wrong with government. There's something wrong with central banks. We might not 100% agree about exactly what that problem is, but we have some sort of common ground. And so people will come together, try and find that common ground and keep moving forward and be excited about something. I often tell people, if it wasn't for Bitcoin, wasn't for crypto, I could imagine being quite depressed. I mean, the world's a crazy place out there. Bank runs, record high debt, drug epidemics and actual, epidemics with COVID and misinformation and lies from politicians. We need some positivity in the world, and there's a lot of exciting innovation taking place in crypto and Bitcoin. And thank goodness we've got this technology.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure, Vince. Good to meet you.
Right now we're at Future Factory, which won't open till this summer, but it's a immersive workspace art gallery venue. It's pretty cool. And Outer Edge is obviously one of the bigger NFT conferences. And Crypto Mondays is a decentralized organization. And the LA chapter that we run is very heavy with the builders, investors, and people of all sort of politics and crypto politics. So it's a really lovely community, and I'm always challenged by what my ideas of the future are and how to make the code better.
Awesome. I love that. And how would people sign up? Do they just find you on Twitter and sign up? How do they get involved?
So there's a meetup for Crypto Mondays LA. We also have a Telegram group, which is quite active. And there is Crypto Mondays LA Twitter, which Ben Lakoff, my co-organizer, tends to run because he's more into Web 2 than I am.
That's cool. And how did you get involved? How did you fall in love with the space?
So I was working in aerospace, and I still work a bit in there, but I found that I have a lot of frustrations with how the world is run, and with the future being created by specific types of people in tech, and there's not a lot of holistic voices involved. When I discovered blockchain and particularly Bitcoin, I won't say that I'm maxi, but I really love it. It's a reserve. I fell in love with this idea of how we can opt out of the technocratic state. How, if you read, I always recommend people to read The Creature from Jekyll Island if they want to understand how the Federal Reserve was created.
Cool.
And then you understand you don't own the money. Or Dodd-Frank changed it from bailouts to bail-ins so that they can seize depositors' monies like they did in Cyprus with the IMF. So your money's not safe in banks. That inflation and, like it basically the money is a joke. And that they're going to move towards the CBDC and try to get everyone under a globally controlled currency. So I find all that problematic, which is why I love crypto. People deeply, now of course there's hype people, but I find that people generally care about the future and how can you have self-sovereignty and how can you have freedom and how can you like fight inflation and all these things? How can we create a new monetary system that is for the people and not centralized, doesn't have centralized control? So this is like, if you're thinking about how can I remain free in this, technical, where everything is getting increasingly surveilled and all that, granted Bitcoin's on the chain, I think it's essential. So I always recommend, I'll just say one other thing.
Yeah.
People read the book Debt, the First 5,000 Years, so they understand the history of finance. And obviously the Creature from Jekyll Island for Federal Reserve, which I mentioned earlier. More Money Than God, if you want to understand the history of hedge funds and how manipulative hedge funds can be, like Soros crashing the silver dollar, and the Jim Simons biography, if we want to go into quantitative finance, and how much people with the most powerful algorithm really make the money. So, I'm very interested in creating technology that is pro-human.
I love that. It's something new that I'm discovering. I came into the space as a artist, content creator, and I'm beginning to hear more of these voices, and it makes total sense.
And of course, we love the idea that you can create smart contracts so artists get royalties.
Yes.
Now, digital art has been around for a very, very long time. Most people, think just NFTs,
Right.
but Coded at LACMA is the new digital art show that Leslie so curated so amazingly. And actually, she consulted somebody that I'm working on another project with, Michael J. Masucci. He's a huge innovator in the digital art space. He started his organization, Easy TV, in 1979. He's also chair of the Santa Monica Arts Commission, had the world's first online gallery, online conference with Arthur C. Clarke. Everyone from Timothy Leary, Yoko Ono, Robert Altman, the transhumanists, the hackers, everyone hung out with him. The world's largest scale projections, all invented there. So this is a huge movement, and blockchain is the next natural step for artists to be able to monetize and make sure that if money, because usually when an artist sells, it's for so much lower than people later will buy it for. So that, I don't know, this idea of owning your identity as long as it doesn't become the surveillance state and owning, owning your future. There's obviously a very dystopian piece of blockchain that we need to mitigate because I'm into privacy. But I think it opens up all sorts of exciting opportunities for artists.
That's exciting. Appreciate that point of view.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere, do you prefer people follow you? Is there social links or anything like that?
No, I'm not really available. You can find me in person at Clutch in Venice, 6 to 8 p.m. for Crypto Mondays.
Nice.
People usually meet me in person when they need to find me. I don't have LinkedIn, anything, but I work with some of the world's coolest inventors, and I'm very grateful.
Excellent. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time very much.
Of course.
Thank you.
The next day at the main event, I talked to Toni Sterrett, fresh off a panel. Toni is a prolific filmmaker, photographer, and creator of the NFT project Bad Girls Creative Club. She's also a proponent of protecting artists' rights.
All right. What brought me to Los Angeles is Outer Edge Conference. I really believe in what they're doing. Josh, who's the founder, is a really cool guy. So I was excited to speak this year. So I'm just here to share the message about community and kind of I think a lot of people are losing hope in the NFT space, the Web3 space, but the technology is the technology and it's not.
Right. Yeah.
So we just had a really great conversation. I think right now there's a lot of conversation about creator royalties and collectors not wanting to honor them. So we're just trying to we are finding ways to pivot. So yeah, I'm just happy to be a part of this community, and the people that are here are the people that still really care about it. So try to filter out the noise and know who's who and whose intentions are yours. So
excellent. And how did you come to fall in love with the space?
Actually, I got into it because I love the premise of creator royalties in perpetuity. But like I said, the creator royalty conversation has been in flux, and that's kind of like pissed me off. But I did fall in love with that and the idea of like being able to build your own community and getting people to rally around you and getting to share ownership with your community if you want to, through equity or experiences or whatever. And I think that we're moving more towards a minimalist society. We have to, we don't have a choice. So I'm really focused on like sustainability and passion and my lifestyle. So people are more interested in experiences. So we have to up-level experiences. Yeah.
That's exciting. That's exciting. Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're welcome. Nice meeting you, Vince. Bye.
Unexpectedly, I connected with fellow Farcaster Sterling Barnett, who shared his project Stickies. His team offers a collection of animated emoji-style stickers to share and collect.
Hey, what's up? I'm Sterling. I'm working on Stickies. We thought that all of your avatars, your NFTs, are just static images, like static JPEGs, and they should be brought to life. And there are a couple ways to do this, a couple projects working on this, but we really love the idea of just like stickers and GIFs. Memes make the world go around, right? So letting you kind of meme and post and create stickers as your PFP and giving people the tools to do that with really just like a click of a button. We want to make some magic, right? And like magic to us is like you connect your wallet and you get 150, 200 plus stickers of that you can use on any of the social platforms where these NFTs live.
So that's great for collectors. That's great for people that are just looking to spice up the way they bounce around and communicate and things like that. And you mentioned earlier that you had a team of content creators that are creating the art. How was that process? Like, how did you put that together?
I think we try to give them a lot of freedom. So frankly, like we try to say, hey, we want something that says GM, right? Or something that says, wrecked, and give people a little bit of context, but then give them the freedom to like go and come up with their content themselves. The more freedom you give artists, I think the better stuff you get versus like being really prescriptive and holding their pencil. So we try to just do that and find people to make funny content, and it really seems to resonate.
That's pretty brilliant. We might have to sit down and have an expanded conversation about that.
That'd be great. That'd be cool.
So, and where can people find this?
Stickies XYZ.
Brilliant. All right. Thanks.
Thanks.
In the art gallery space, I met with digital artist Romiro Alban, who shared his collection of Aura dogs, which aims to raise funds for a variety of animal charities.
My name is Romiro Alban. I'm from Ecuador. I am a digital animal artist. I work with the energy frequencies and vibration between human and animals, and combine that, build illustration, then destroy illustration, and finally build again, but this time with the energy of people and animal.
Wow. And so what does that process look like? You come in contact with the dog, for example, how do you get to that?
I need you tell me a history. Tell me about you and your animal, and I build this history, but with colors, with energy, and build the illustration.
And then you also mentioned earlier that you're also creating, was it a rescue program? Or?
Yes. This time we have the first impact out to help the stray dog, and the first animal punk movement to help to animals around the world. The name is Our Dogs. Cool. And combine the technology and create NFT collection. When you buy the NFT, you the 50% of the revenue you share. I share for different shelters around the world.
Really great display. It's cool. How's it been for you so far being here?
It's a very good experience because for me, I am an artist and I need this experience for growth.
Yes.
And it's magnificent.
To be in front of people, have the interaction, all of that.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Great work, man. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you so
Take care.
much. Bye.
Big thanks to the Outer Edge LA team for including me. Looking forward to 2024.